name's Stephen Gunther. I'm the developer of Career Decision Coaching, and I'm going to talk to you today about the obstacles which get in the way of finding and manifesting a career. Basically, there's two types of obstacles. One is the difficulty in making decisions, because the first phase of a career is deciding what it is you want to do. And the second set of obstacles are to do with acting on that, manifesting the career. So I'm going to be talking about these different types of obstacles. So firstly, in terms of decision making, often people have a lot of resistance. Perhaps they don't have faith in what they want. They're too oriented towards other people's ideas and agendas which they've swallowed, or they may not feel worthy of a satisfying career. These are basically self-confidence issues and probably need therapy in order to address them, rather than career counselling per se. Some people have difficulty making decisions and they're afraid of making the wrong choice, they're afraid of committing to a course of action, or perhaps they've got FOMO, fear of missing out. If they make a decision, then they might miss out a better option. So these people need help in making decisions, and therapy or coaching can do that. Then sometimes people have made a decision, but they undermine it. They know what they want, but they doubt it. They think it's impractical. They're not standing by themselves. And these people need a greater degree of internal confidence and support, and probably some external encouragement as well. So therapy, coaching, or perhaps good friends could be what they need to get past these obstacles. The next one is fear of failure, or sometimes fear of success, because making a decision means moving into action, taking on challenges, and then there's a possibility of failure. And if people have had bad experiences of that, or if they've never really had the support to get over their fears, then those sort of self-esteem type of issues can get in the way, and again, they probably need therapy. So that's the type of obstacles in the way of making a decision. Now, once the decision has been made, then you get the difficulty with applying that in the practical world. So firstly, lack of support, particularly self-support, is significant. Low self-confidence, self-criticism, difficulty sustaining interests. Again, these are self-esteem type of issues and probably need therapeutic support to overcome them. Sometimes moving to your career is stymied by procrastination, and that might be a fear of failure, it might be anxiety, often kind of self-destructive habits, some sort of passivity, or perhaps unrealistic planning. So this kind of self-sabotage or perhaps ungroundedness, again, needs support, probably therapy or coaching. Now, some people have actually tried to manifest their career, but they got stuck, they didn't get results, they didn't know how to follow through, or they kind of gave up. So in this case, the obstacle is probably poor, ineffective strategies, or it might be the person's overwhelmed by certain circumstances which were unsupportive. So basically, they don't have enough support for action, and it might be that they don't know how to move forward. And so in this case, people need help with strategy, with goal setting, and certainly coaching is good at that. Sometimes people lack the sufficient knowledge, skills, or experience to get into the career which they want, and they may be unclear as to what kind of training or study is required. Sometimes they can find it difficult to wade through all the information to identify that, or to narrow down their research, to focus it on getting clear results in terms of what exactly it is that they need to do. Often people don't know how to gain the experience, or sometimes they're not motivated enough to do that. So different types of support are needed here, probably coaching and vocational guidance, helping people develop their research skills, gather information, or providing them with that information which they might find it difficult to access. Also, success groups and mastermind teams, which we talk about in career decision coaching, are very valuable for this kind of support. So whether it's any phase of manifesting the career, what people really need is they need the right kind of attitude, they need the right support, and they need to have what's been described as flow. So flow is, when you're really absorbed with something, an activity you really enjoy doing, you're really kind of in the present, you've got strong concentration, and there's some often immediate feedback, some results to your activities, so there's satisfaction and some feeling of control over a situation. All these things can add up to flow. So coaches are basically supporting people to develop this kind of flow in the manifesting their career. So whether it's helping sort of specific planning and goal setting or stretching their current capacity level, basically balancing the two dimensions of challenge and support. If there's not enough challenge, then you need to increase it because that increases energy. Challenge is too much, it's overwhelming. People need support to learn new skills to deal with that. Sometimes people have mental health challenges which get in the way. So that might be, for instance, anxiety, depression, and certainly that can block moving towards a rewarding career. So those type of things need therapy. And, if someone comes to me and they want to make a career decision, they want help manifesting it, but I can start to see that really they're pretty fundamentally depressed. And, even if when they do make the decision, even when we work out an action plan, they're probably going to have difficulties manifesting it. So sometimes these type of things really do need therapy, or you need to refer out. Career coaching isn't the answer to everything. So the way that we deal with these obstacles in career decision coaching is that we have a whole process of getting to know you. It takes about 4 hours, and that helps step a person through their different kind of resistances, and it also helps get them in touch with who they are and for me to understand them, and that leads to a career decision. Then there's a lot of work, and what I do is I've developed a kind of a plan that I give people, a generic plan. Look, here's 17 steps, action steps you can now take, and I give them a lot of resource materials that can help them look at how they can deal with each of the obstacles and along the way of each of those steps. But people need ongoing support, that's the reality. And simply just making a decision is not usually enough, though sometimes it is. Sometimes people are so energized by that decision that they're able to jump into action. So career coaching, career decision coaching, in the case of what I teach, is about helping people overcome these obstacles on their way to a happy career.